Welcome back. Respiratory disease in cattle is one of the most significant health-related issues our industry faces. In fact, it costs producers an average of $15 per calf per year. Cattleman and Cattleman reporter Brian Baxter had a chance to visit the Linscoff-Thiel Ranch in South Dakota to learn more about their progressive operation, their heritage, and how they protect their cattle from respiratory illness.
Les and I have been in the seed stock business for 30 years. Started out with Charolais cattle and have added Angus about 10, 12, 15 years ago. So we sell both breeds and pretty much a local regional market. We sell on the Cheyenne and the Standing Rock Indian Reservation are two of our main areas, along with probably 50, 80 miles either side of that. And we also sell a few herd bulls. I'm very fortunate. My wife, Nancy, will be married 25 years next year, and she's a big part of the operation. She does nearly all the office work, keeps me organized, keeps all the records going in and out of the associations, and handles semen accounts and payouts, and she's just a big part of the business. It truly wouldn't be the operation it is without her in it. From a family standpoint, I've had the opportunity to watch Les and Marcia, our partners, raise 4 sons in this ranch. And they're all involved in his ranch in one form or another, and now they've got kids coming up, and so to see multi-generation families thrive in agriculture is really kind of nice.
On the Linscoff-Thiel Ranch in Isabel, South Dakota, 2 families have worked hard to develop a strong customer base to market their Charolais, Black Angus, and commercial herds.
Oh, we're pretty fortunate, I think, in this region. Our cattle economy is good, and so that's kind of the core of our business and our customers' business. We're lucky in that most of our customers derive their living from a cow-calf and some somewhat small grain. So genetics and bulls are a big, big part of their life, and so we try to be a big part of that.
Another important goal on the operation, calf health. Brent says focusing on the long-term health of their herds has helped grow and maintain their reputation and customer base. And managing for respiratory health is one of the most important parts of their health program.
Our cow-calf operation, at branding time, we give all of our calves Vista once and Vision 7. And then we booster that in September. 1st of September around Labor Day usually, and then we booster it the day we weaned, which is usually about the 10th of October. So by the time they're weaned, hopefully we've done a good job and gotten them through about 3 rounds of vaccination.
It's a program that's been developed in partnership with his local veterinarian. Dr. Tammy Winger-Merriman says the old adage, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, rings true, especially when it comes to managing respiratory diseases.
My advice to producers when dealing with respiratory disease is prevention is always worth it. Prevention is always better than treatment. When you hit the stage of needing treatment, lung damage is done, morbidity is higher, mortality is higher, so dollars are well spent in prevention.
Stay out with your cattle. Be out there. I think in my experience, you have to strike first, and you have to vaccinate, not only from a preventative standpoint, but when you see something sick. To me, if you wait a couple days or get busy haying or doing something else, you're behind the game, and it's a lot harder to prevent scar tissue damage and those kinds of things as compared to being out there and knowing what's going on and staying on top of it.
Now, let's go back to South Dakota to hear more about how to protect cattle from BRD-related losses.
The positive working relationship between the Linscoff-Thiel Ranch and Faith Veterinary Services is one Dr. Bill Burdett says is key to the success of any operation. And he says it's one he encourages as a technical services veterinarian.
If you look at the Thiels and their ranching operation and their relationship with Dr. Winger, for example, they work very closely with her and vice versa. And those kinds of situations allow the operation to glean, just as we were talking about, the diagnostics. In other words, if they get on top of a problem or try to see ahead of any potential problems, then they can maximize their health and production of their herd. We in technical services provide additional support in that we can look at different possibilities for products, but not only products, actually working with diagnostic labs and being able to interact with people in the field, whether they be animal scientists or veterinarians, in order to bring even more expertise to the table.
And working with the right, quality products also makes a difference when it comes to proactively managing your herd's health.
The Vista products work well in our practice because they are low dose, 2 cc's. They're sub-Q administration, which is very important because we adhere to BQA guidelines. They are multivalent, which is very important, and they are economical. You know, in these times, we're trying to get the most we can for our money. And when you have great immunity with a good product that's easy on the cattle, that doesn't cost the ranch, that's important.
Vista Once is a 7-way respiratory prevention product, and it contains 5 viral antigens: the IBR, BBD type 1, BBD type 2, BRSV, and PI3, along with the Mannheimia pastorella combination, the Mannheimia hemolytica pastorella multocida. And all 7 of those agents are extremely common as it relates to bovine respiratory disease. And what I really like about Vista Once is it's a smooth product, and it's all live. And so the calf's immune system actually sees each of these 7 organisms and is able to respond so that they get a complete immune response.
I think the interesting thing is about 20 years ago, very typical to this region, as we got into late August, early September, we were having some down ears, a little coughing, typical signs of that. And so we tried to be proactive, and so we started a more rigorous vaccination program in the spring. And then as we went past 7-way and went into the IBR-BVD combination respiratory shots, we saw almost an immediate result. So we started using the Vista product, and I really like it. And I think that's helped us.
And it's a combination of a solid vaccination program and a strong nutritional program that leads to overall herd health no matter your location.
In this area of South Dakota where we're at today, Vista Once and Vision 7 Somnus are used pretty commonly together. And that really includes much of the northern United States because of the incidence of Histophilus somni, which used to be called Haemophilus somnus. These 2 particular vaccines are pretty stress-free. And many veterinarians, and I would encourage you to consult with your veterinarians, because they are aware of what's going on in your area. They're aware of any problems that might occur. But much of that combination of product has been used in this area very successfully because they're relatively easy on cattle.
That is one of my favorite points about the Vista line of vaccines, is there are multiple combinations. You can tailor any program to an individual or producer because you have choices there. One thing that the company has done very well is they have a complementary 7-way Somnus or Haemophilus somnus product that works very well with the Vista Once. So you can get a lot of antigens in 2 shots, which definitely adhere to our BQA standards.
Just like the health benefits Vista and Vision provide to cattlemen, Linskov-Thiel strives to provide quality products and services to their customers.
I think probably the most important thing I've learned is treat your customers the way you'd like to be treated. I have just a great customer base, and I think interaction with them, treating them with a good product and good service and a good attitude, I think that's probably the most enjoyable part of it, that and raising cattle.
Reporting from Isabel, South Dakota, I'm Brian Baxter for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.
Now, to find out more about how you can protect your own herd from BRD, visit the website merckanimalhealthusa.com or log on to our website at cattlemantocattleman.org.